chili, mac and cheese, surprise dessert. Cornbread muffins, staple, or you need those, of course. And we'll start off today with the open phase again of TDAC, round 2. Team Hart is going to give us a few additional tips. Turn it over to Becky.
So, yesterday we kind of did a little more of the implementation side. So, this is that some of the ACs came up with some of the ones, or some tips that we do when we've noticed success with our own calls. So I kind of broke it down based on, our call observations and what our team leads and things are looking for. So we just did some tips based on those. So stating that the call is recorded. So my best tip would be really to establish just one place in the opening of your call where you're going to say it. So, eventually once you do it 1 or 2 times, it's actually going to just become a habit. So for me, when I send the join me link over, so as soon as I get the customer on the phone, they are good to do the call, I send over the email, and then I'm like, oh, and by the way, calls are recorded for quality assurance. So now I know, if I don't do that, something's off, and it's kind of a trigger for me. And then stating the purpose and agenda of the call. So something that I do is in the prep stage, preparing for each account, each call, I write down my specific purpose for the call, exactly what I want to talk to the customer about. That way, it just makes it really easy for me to almost like read it off to them. I'm able to just, do little bullet points of exactly what I want to talk to them. And that also helps you stay on track during your call. One tip that Raven gave us for the purpose is focusing on on one product at a time. You don't want to data dump, like give people way too many results and not have information to back it up. You don't want to overwhelm any of your customers. And then right after you state the purpose of the call, it's really helpful as really trying to get more engagement from your customer and transitioning into the rest of your call is right after you state your purpose, asking if they have any questions or anything specific that they want to discuss. And a lot of the time, that is going to really help them to engage a little bit more with you. And then establishing rapport, this was actually something Ben brought up, so I don't know if you'll want to elaborate or anything. But bringing up what you last discussed on your call really helps to establish rapport. And it also lets you follow up on any previous tasks if you needed anything from them. Or if you wanted to let them know, if something's improved based on what you have done on the previous call. Anything you guys want to add?
The only thing I would probably add is going back to the purpose of the agenda. I usually like to go about at least 2 weeks and just look through the account, see how they're performing. If their rankings are dropping for any reason, I'll look into as to why. And then when the call actually comes to, then I'll talk and be like, hey, so, I was just checking on the status of your account. I want to talk about this with you, what we can do. And also at the end of the call, I usually like to hit every point and then also tell them, hey, I'm going to send you a follow-up email, everything we discussed. Sometimes when you're on the call with them, they're like, okay, yeah. They're not going to remember. So by you sending up that follow-up email about all the points you talked about, they're like, oh, okay, I need to keep an eye out on the mail for the Google postcard. Things like that will help them remember, oh, I need to look out for this and this. Because I'm a visual learner, or I pay more attention visually, so if I see like an email sent to me saying, hey, I need to do this, I'll remember it more versus what I talked about on the call, because we forget when we're on the phone sometimes versus seeing something visually. That's just my tip.
So what I was tasked to do is to come up with a tip from our past client first stand-ups and give an example of how it was used. A lot of it, for me, that I took away were the editorial notes. It seems like once you start asking the questions, it always leads into more content ideas. I have an example where there was Professional Driver Institute we were talking about her demographics. She was mentioning that women are becoming more, having more inquiries from women for driving trucks. So I'm like, well, maybe we should do a couple articles on female and driving and different things like that. And they ended up being some of the more successful articles that we've written for them, and she's been very happy with that. My best client success story is Puff Smoke Shop. He actually said that a customer had come in to the store and was interested in vaping, that was confused where to start. He came across one of our articles that we had written for them, and he said that we explained it in a way that he could understand, and then Sean said that he ended up spending $250 in product that day in the store. So he's been very pleased with the articles and with the program, and he's actually opening up another a more cigar type shop, so we'll be bringing on a new location.
We're not sure it was $250 or just blown smoke.
That's hot now.
All right, so sticking with the open, Lori and the challenge they see must have been there.
Oh, I have two here.
Oh, drop one.
Tyler.
Bring it
Uh-oh, it's on.
Bring it on.
At their best call today for the open, they give the purpose of the call, a clear agenda, and they also ask the client if there's anything additional that they would like to cover on the call. With that, make it a great day. Thank you, guys.